Hi there, Chris Magella. Just a short little video of how to operationalize Turnitin marking. So here we are, just on the main Moodle site, scrolling down. I'm going to open up Policy, Practice and Evidence, come to our main page. You see the very first folder, which is grayed out, is Think Tank Assignment. I'm going to click on that, click on the Submission Inbox, and this opens up obviously all of the 155 entries or so that we have loaded. So just for the purpose of this particular short video, I'm going to click on Colin Gallagher's Think Tank Assignment Magella, even though I know you probably read this. So we'll just wait for that to open, and I'll just pull this into the actual area here we want to look at, and I'll enlarge it. So Colin's assignment is opened. If you look at the bottom here, right hand side where my cursor is, I'm going to enlarge that to make it more viewable. So here we have Colin's paper. You'll see here, we can look, if we go up to the top left hand side and click Originality, it reveals to us that her work, it tells us where these particular quotes come. So it's 100% submitted to the institute student paper, so we know that it's probably taken from herself. So you can see then each of these lines, it actually tells you where the particular information comes from. Yep. So that's pretty an interesting little function to have if you are curious or suspicious about the authenticity of a particular paper. And if, for instance, if you just click here then on this line here, 22% of it came from Bernardo's. Sure, I'll just pull it back up again. We'll go to this one here, 22% submitted to Limerick. You see that? And it just shows you exactly where it came from. So obviously the student will have sourced this in her bibliography. If we move back into grade mark, which is perhaps the most important functions, you'll see that we have this pane here on your right hand side. I mean, you can make that, I usually keep it that size, but you can make it bigger if you wish. These are your quick marks. These are the sorts of comments that you've made before. So for instance, you know, you can use either existing ones from Turnitin, or you can include your own ones. So clear introduction, good, confusing, whatever it is, you know, in full, incoherent. So you can just literally pull that into your assignment and leave it there. Yeah, or if you want to take it out, just press the garbage can symbol and that takes it out. Alternatively, you can actually write your own comment in. So you can just say, this doesn't make any sense. Any sense? Okay, that's fine. Put an exclamation mark there, which will upset Kate Brown, and we'll save that. So that doesn't make any sense, but let's just say, for instance, you really want the student to know where this is relevant to the marking grid. So you click on Associate Criterion, and you'll see Presentation. So the presentation then is where that mark and that comment will be relayed to the student in more detail when they print off the comments. So if we go into the actual marking rubric, here's, we'll just enlarge that. So to click on the full rubric, you just click on this icon here, what I'm hovering over. So click on that. We'll just wait for a second for that to expand and to come in here as well. So I'm going to pull that in and expand it. Here's the actual rubric that I've developed for this particular assignment. You'll see on the top axis, outstanding is 75 plus, excellent 70 to 75, very good 65 or higher, good 60 or higher, satisfactory 55 or higher, adequate 50 or higher, below expectations 45, poor. So that's the actual grade. And then these are the criterion. So the background, we're given 15% of the marks to, the function of the organization, research it undertakes, affiliations, influence, and presentation. Now the presentation is a new one that I inserted because I did recognize that we had no way of actually capturing whether or not a student had produced a good piece of work or not. So you'll see, for instance, under that criterion presentation, the student will know that their mark will be a little bit lower than they would have expected because of some perennial errors that they make. So for instance, let's just say the background of this assignment was outstanding, so we press that, click that category. If we thought that the functions that the student identified for the organization were very good, click 65. If you think that the research that the student was able to uncover that the organisation in question undertook was satisfactory, you click satisfactory, 55. If you thought that the affiliations or networks or links that the student was able to make between the organisation and other groups was poor, you click 35. If you thought that the student did a very good job on identifying whether or not this organisation was influential or not, you might click 65. And then if you felt the presentation was satisfactory, you click 55. Now, I'm going to add that percentage rubric to that particular student's assignment, meaning that they get a grade of 77%. Okay, so I'm going to close that down now. So you can see that they've got 77 overall because of that particular model. Now, it may well be, if I go back into Quick Mark, that, for instance, I noticed in this particular assignment already that it's missing page numbers. So I'd pop that in there. Okay, and again, I'd link that in with presentation. Okay, so that will come up there. If I believe that it was missing a particular word or whatever it might be, I can just say, well, there's a rambling sentence, and again, that will come under presentation. And all then, if we come back into the rubric, should demonstrate. If you click here, you'll see again these things take a little while to open up. Yeah, so that under presentation there are now 3 comments that the student can click on. So I'm going to remove those particular comments because I don't want to prejudice the way in which Colleen's mark is generated, and I'll apply that to the rubric, close out of there. And I suppose I also now want to remove these comments from Colleen's assignment because obviously I had no justification for making them. So I'll just come in, hover over, click the garbage can symbol, click the garbage can symbol, click the garbage can symbol, and that should be it. Now, another thing you can do in terms of your final comments is when you want to make a general comment on the assignment, obviously you can type in what they might be and you save it, but you can also actually, as you can see, click on a voice comment up to 3 minutes. So if you have your headphones on and you're doing the assignments, you can actually read those and you can actually record those by using your headphone. So it's all very, very interesting. And you can always then override the marking rubric and type in your own mark, wherever it is, 56, and save that if you so wish. That's about it. Any questions? Give me a call. Best of luck. Bye.